Hello folks, welcome to another round of Modern. This time we have Harley Smale playing Green-Black Yawgmoth and James Molnar playing Blue-White Control. With us this week we have a guest who is Michael Mapson from the Dark Depths podcast. Let's talk about a deck you don't play, and a deck that... do you play? Do you play Blue-White?
I mean, no, I don't really play either of these decks. I've tried to play Green and Black because I am actually a big fan of creature combo decks.
That's enough.
But I don't know, it was like not meshing with me. I'm sure if I gave it more of an effort, I could figure it out.
Real quick, do you consider Titan a creature combo deck or a land combo deck?
Yeah, you have 15
Consider it a mid-range deck.
What?
And it's just, it's bigger than all other mid-range decks. No, I don't know. I don't really classify it. I really call it a ramp deck.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
And I guess I would qualify ramp, like, if I had to pick one of the traditional archetypes, I would say it's closest
Basic
to
Forest, Walrus.
The Walrus that we haven't fetched our land for, but the Walrus it's resolving.
Gonna get my Forest in a second. I'm casting
Yeah,
something.
Yawgmoth is a really interesting deck. It was something that like I was eyeing up for a while, and then I
guess
just
I'll
decided I was missing just pretty much a Yawgmoth from the deck. So yeah, I'll buy it. Looks like it'll be fun. Plus, it's something I think like should be in testing circles for like my play group. So
Yeah, I mean, the deck is sweet. You get a lot of options, like Eldritch Evolution and Court of Calling just
Ignoble
let you have
Hierarchy.
so much consistency. I mean, my big issue with the deck, though, is I feel like you play a lot of cards that just, they don't necessarily do anything, which feels weird to say, because it also feels like they don't ever go away. But, like, it's kind of hard to sell me on, like, hey man, you get to play this cool deck. You get Yawgmoth, and you get Wall of Fruits, and it's like, I'm really trying to kill my opponent. Like, I don't want
you
this
can
nonsense.
punch them with a 1/1 if they block it. It comes back. Also, Young Wolf is really nice into a Ragavan.
Yeah, I mean, I understand conceptually that the card is good, but it's also a hard sell.
No, that's understandable.
Dog.
For me, it's like block Ragavan, soft combo to draw cards.
Dog.
It's just always funny. Like, I was talking with Harley about the deck. He was like, "Yeah, I cut like Geralf's Messenger. Like, I'm not a fan of it.
That card kills people.
That card does kill people."
What did he replace it with?
I think he put it in another copy of Endurance. I think he's going for more mid-range than combo.
So why not just play Junt?
Fair. Ooh, the deck. I mean, every copy or version of Yawgmoth plays it, but Grista Hungertide, really big fan of that card.
Yeah, that card's really good.
I like it a lot.
So, I mean, I guess to be fair, you can combo without Geralf's Messenger. Like, if you still have, like, Blood Artist, or the other one I can't think of in the deck.
Zulaport cut through.
Yeah, that card.
We're gonna cord here for a Grist.
Speak of the Devil.
Yeah, right.
It's the creature will destroy Gory.
Really like to see it, you know, while your opponent's tapped out. Just like, you know, it always feels bad to put in a Planeswalker not be able to activate it right away, but like, just your opponent's tapped out, you get to untap with like double Young Wolf in play and Grizz. Like, he's actually in such a good spot here.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a Supreme Verdict resolve and look so bad.
Yeah. Like, now you use 2/2/2s. Grist, like, he lost his mana dorks, but like, I'm sure he can hopefully come back from it.
So only tangentially related here. One of my favorite moments of Magic involves a Supreme Verdict. I'm playing against this guy. Like I didn't know him at all, and you know, the match finishes or the game finishes, and he shoots me the Supreme Verdict, and it's like, yeah, there wasn't anything I could do here. I was like, you could have cast Supreme Verdict, and I couldn't kill you. And he was like, you only have one creature. And I was like, yeah, and it would have been dead. And he was like, I can't just cast Supreme Verdict to kill one creature. And I was like, yes, you absolutely can. And just like, it was funny because it showcased to me how much players try to eke every amount of value out, but it's like, no, you sometimes you just need to stay alive.
Yeah. Do we have another Supreme Verdict coming? What do we tap 4 mana for?
Second one would be much better than the first. Looks like the 4 mana was to get Grist off the field.
I'm at 9.
Oh, okay.
Prismatic Ending.
Bird go.
It's only 3 mana though.
Yes. Is Griswold? I mean, that is Gris exiled in the corner, right?
Looks like it, yeah.
One of the lands could have just come in if they tapped.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Maybe put a Triumph. Actually, it was the Hall, I'm pretty sure. Which, Hall of Storm Giants is a card that I like a lot. It's a lot of mana to activate it, but it is a 7/7.
I can animate it.
It's kind of hard to kill.
Yeah, I miss Celestial Colonnade personally.
Colonnade has me jaded for all of eternity. When I bought into the game, I built Blue-White Control and Colonnades for like $50. And Dan was like, this card's broken. It's so good. It'll never be bad. Blue-White Control plays like 1.
Yeah, I'll make
So what you're saying is it's playable.
You got me. It's also not $50. But it's fine. Money's not why you should play a card game. You should play it because you enjoy it. Also, props to James for actually having a shark token. There's not like a single one of them in the store.
It's nice that the 4/4 can kind of brick wall everything.
Yeah. I think Shark Typhoon was a really interesting design for an enchantment. I like cycling the mechanic, it's pretty cool. Ooh, and it's been around for a while, right?
Yeah, it's an oldie.
I'll play Fairy.
Yep.
My second favorite card in Magic ever.
It's an interesting choice. I remember playing with this card in Standard. God, it was so miserable. And now it's miserable in Modern.
I'll exile the.
Ending on the.
I'll exile the Yawgmoth.
Okay.
It's interesting to me to pick the Yawgmoth
I would
over
hit the
the
birds.
Stranglegeist. Or the birds. Yeah, he's really low on mana.
Yeah, I think I would have hit the birds, because, like,
It did look like he considered hitting the birds for a second.
yeah. The shark can block the undying creatures without issue.
Yeah, I don't love that. I wonder if he's holding up the one for a specific reason.
James has the full text lines. The full text basics just a wild concept.
I found that blue-white players tend to like them more than everyone else. I think they just like their opponents being miserable.
Yeah, oh, probably. I don't even know, like, what. I know it's, like, just a very elongated version of, like.
It's the full comprehensive text on lands.
Oh, is it really? I never read them. I just know they have a lot of text on them.
Yeah, it says, like, you know, it says when you can play it, that it counts as a special action, blah, 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 one turn, yada, yada. But, like, seriously, have you seen anybody other than a blue-white control player play these lands?
No, I don't think so. I think I've only ever seen James and maybe another blue-white player.
I think I only know one person who bought them that's not a blue-white player. And now your comment section is going to be flooded with people
Yeah.
who own them. We're like, I play mono red. You take that back.
Yeah, play them and burn. As long as no Titan plays, he's gonna be
I'll
fine.
counterspell.
It's very small.
I do like that he plays one Breeding Pool to get the 4 colors for his prismatic ending. Most people just cap out at 3.
I think the breeding pool has become more and more common.
Has it?
Yeah, I don't really know what 4-drop people are trying to hit. I mean, I guess occasionally people put, like, Jace or Nahiri in play.
Yeah. I've seen people like blue-white controllers. Blue-white control players are starting to drop Jace
And
again.
I'll draw card.
People, there's someone who did a post on the Modern subreddit. He was talking about how he prefers just an extra copy of Memory Deluge
Still
over
land step.
the Jace.
Card's really good.
Memory Deluge is really
I'll
cool.
put the here into my hand.
I will say I got completely burned by it. I was playing Q,
think so.
and
It's a
I
special
had a
action,
Bolus
you
of
can only do it in
Citadel.
one phase.
I cast it,
Yeah.
and I didn't get to look at any cards. I was like,
You want to just do it
oh,
in your second
oh yeah, I didn't pay any mana.
If you're
do it in
cool
your
with
second
it,
phase.
For
Yes.
life for no reason.
It's
That
gonna
felt
have the
bad.
same outcome either way.
That's kind
Is the outcome me getting one fucking?
I like that design because I feel like they've been doing that more recently, where it's
Yeah.
like do something based on how much mana. Like Chandra Dress to Kill's ultimate or emblem ability. When you cast a red spell, it deals damage to a target based on how much mana you spent on it. Oh God, resolve.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure James has a Solitude in hand, so I don't think this Yawgmoth
Pay
will
life.
block for
Pay
this
life.
world.
No.
Sacrifice, Undying Trigger, target shark.
Yep. It's mine with mono.
Yeah. You just want to use a black one.
Yes.
Issue is also like
Is that
I
okay?
just can't do anything with it. Can't cord. Doesn't have enough creatures or enough active mana.
I think is there a Supreme Verdict? I think it's Hollow Fountain, Supreme Verdict, Solitude. I think.
Kahira is in his hand.
Okay, well, I'm clearly wrong.
I think it's Hollow Fountain, Kahira, and I don't know the third card.
I find whenever I'm watching these kinds of matches from screens, I always like try to peek around and be like, "Let me get it from the angle."
Yo, I'm
like,
not gonna lie,
wait.
do it too.
It's not how this works.
15. Draw.
Sure, another Yawgmoth. You know, I've hardly played Giraffe Messenger.
Yep.
James would be dead. Put on the board, sack it. Kill.
Verdict.
Or was it
Yo,
verdict?
that is not cool.
Do you want to know what's even worse?
Sacrifice. No target.
Do you find it funny that Yawgmoth can't sack himself since he has protection from humans?
I thought it just said sacrifice an alert.
Spreading sees your blooming marsh. Good job. Get my end step.
Sacrifice another?
Untap 2 lands. Pass you.
It does, in fact, say sacrifice another creature. Otherwise, it would be able to target itself. It cannot put a counter on itself.
Maybe that's what the person meant when they were talking to me about it. Because someone was complaining. They're like, it's so weird that Yawgmoth can't do his effect to himself. So maybe he meant the -1/-1 counter.
Dude!
I don't think I've ever seen anybody proliferate with Yawgmoth.
I have.
Did they do it to you?
They have done it to me.
Uptick and draw.
Yeah.
Four life is not very much, but I'm starting to think this game is over.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure James has
Sir,
won
it's on my
this.
dog.
That's fair.
Your cat is on my dog.
Kinky.
Whoa.
It's 2 Archmage's Charms in hand.
Come on. But okay.
I'll play a tap one for turn. Go to my end step. Pass you.
See, I would have untapped 2 basic players, a sign of strength.
Go to 12.
Like, I don't even need good mana.
Thanks, I'm bad at that.
Your stuff isn't resolving regardless. I forget Dryad Arbor like exists in Modern. This is like the only deck that plays it.
Bogles plays it.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I've played against Bogles once in my life.
It's something that you can fetch for and then put enchantments on.
That makes sense.
It's also good protection for Liana, which granted people don't really play that card anymore. In fact, also plays it.
Do they?
Typically, same thing. You get protection, and sometimes like your opponent plays like a Supreme Verdict, and then you just like fight for that end of turn, and then untap and kill them with normal damage.
That's kind of fun.
Actually, I mean it's a different format, but Clay Spickelmeyer won a Legacy GP attacking with Dryad Arbor out of Infect.
That's pretty cool. Like I know it's seen a lot of play in Legacy for the Green Suns. Or maybe not a lot of play, but decent play.
Just lands 2 turns in a row.
Are you not allowed to put Dryad Arbor in the back?
No.
You have to put it up front.
Yes. After there was a match with Nassif that got like decided by a player not realizing Dryad Arbor was in play.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
I mean, it was a fairly recent change. Well, I shouldn't say fairly recent, but fairly recent pre-pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like this sounds dumb. I like kind of don't think of the pandemic time as like happening. Like nothing.
We're just gonna
has-
freeze.
Yeah, nothing's really happened since 2019.
Charm on Yawgmoth.
I'll gain control of the wolf.
Oh my god! This can't be happening. We can go next game.
Yep, writings on the wall. You can ultimate to fairy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Exile everything.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. I don't know if you've ever had that card ultimated
Blooming
against you.
Marsh, Ignoble Hierarch. Go ahead.
Game 2. Hopefully Harley will be able to.
Good
Get something going here.
ending the hierarchy.
This can't be happening.
Ending the Hierarch. Okay. Makes sense.
This can't be happening.
I'll pass you.
How could this happen to me?
Always bolt the bird.
Yeah. So,
Shock. And I'm gonna make
not a
this
good story on my part.
terrible.
But a story. One of my first time. You remember how BCW do like play the pros? They'd come to AU.
Ruin the game.
The BCW challenge.
Yeah, that's what it was. So I played
Oh,
against one of their players, and it was like maybe my third time ever playing Modern. And I was playing Tron, and I kept hitting the guy's white sources with my little logs, and this one didn't play three little log. I went to go cast the last one because he just kept pathing it. I went to go cast the last one, and he has two sources and a bird and paradise.
Fine.
Trigger drop.
All right, well, you can't make white mana. I'll just hit these. And he goes, okay, float a white up bird's path. And I went, wait, birds does that? And everyone just like laughed at me. I was like, I thought it just would tap for green mana. Like I didn't know it did
Get
anything.
rid of this.
Or besides that, or didn't know it. Whatchamacallit. That's the day I learned the Birds of Paradise is a good Magical Gathering card.
You know what's one of my favorite facts about Magic cards?
You can read them.
Reading the card explains what the card does.
Yeah, well, you know what? I
Your
mean,
turn it becomes.
at the time I was
crawlers.
actually a Yu-Gi-Oh player back then.
I'm actually vaguely surprised whoever it was didn't like say something at the time. Like, are you sure?
Always
Or,
like
like,
mana.
just kind of confirm that that's what you wanted to target.
Maybe he was annoyed. I don't know. I had like I had exiled all of his mana, like his lands. Maybe he was just kind of like annoyed.
Yeah, I just
We'll
I mean,
use up your land
yeah.
drop.
I never went to one of those events, so I don't know what they're like or like how seriously they take them or whatever. But I think just because they were kind of like
Those at
a
home,
community
I won't be
outreach
able to have two
type of
creatures
thing,
to pressure.
I think it just
That's a
fosters
fair,
a better
even though this is
environment.
happening.
Be like,
This cannot be
that's not
happening to me.
Then you win.
No.
That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
That could just
Okay.
be though.
it is what it is. I should have just read the card, but
You 100% should have
Track day
read
night.
Yeah.
On the 21.
there's a joke in the Yu-Gi-Oh community that Yu-Gi-Oh players don't know how to read. I didn't know how to read back then.
Make sure chat
Still-
always yells at you.
The reading's hard.
It is.
To
It's
remind
so
us
difficult.
to get the day night back up.
Harley just cannot get anything going.
I mean, yeah. can be hard to do that. Like, and again,
He
a
also
lot
did
of-
get dressed down earlier
Yeah,
too.
it did happen.
Do that.
A lot of the cards in his deck are just kind of there. So
Yeah.
I think, when you only have a
No,
couple of
it is
impactful
easy.
spells, it can be very hard against a deck that it's built to like essentially run for one.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know how I feel about Dress Down. Like, at first I was like, this is really cool design, and then the more and more I see it cast, the less I like it as a card.
I kind of ranted about that on the podcast like a week or two ago.
How did you?
I think it's I think it's a terrible design. I just like don't know how they. I literally have no clue how they made it out of play design. Like, humility was already such a problematic card. Like, you still got questions about it all the time, even though nobody played it. And for them to be like, what would be fun? An even more confusing version of this card, not even talking about like what it actually does on the game, but just like the sheer amount of complexity it adds, I think is a net negative. But then I also think it's just purely unfun. Like, people play with their cards for a reason. They want to do what it says on the cards, and like obviously things shouldn't always work out for everyone. But like when you play a card, you should know what you're getting out of it. And
Yeah.
I think like Dress Down is ultimately less fun than like Group of Fours.
That's right. I'm not particularly a fan of like floodgate cards. I don't know how many floodgates are in Magic, but like Yu-Gi-Oh had a lot of them. And I just didn't like the design of them. So I like Dress Down feels floodgatey in a way.
Sure
to me.
did.
I'm just not crazy about it. But it also does seem like a really nightmare, like you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, just like all kinds of questions like, okay, I dash this Ragavan, and then I play Dress Down, what happens? Okay, what happens if I have Dress Down before, what happens if I have it after? Like, does it lose this? Does it still come back into my hand? And then, like, I was at an event and there was a ruling about like Murktide Regent and Dress Down, and the judge got it wrong. And I just spent like 5 minutes being like, no, this is
can't
why
be
it
happening.
works this way.
Oh, you're psychic.
Okay.
And it's just a lot of nonsense with that card. Dress Down and Painted
This
Servant,
can't be
Dress Down
happening
Bags,
to me.
Just like a lot of things come up.
Okay.
Dress Down. Oh yeah, because it's
I'm not going over any of them right now.
it's a yeah. Layers.
Go.
You know, I appreciate Harley keeping track of the day-night cycle, even though Outland Liberator is the only card in this deck.
What? The rules say you have to.
You have to.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I need
it's
to get
still
it.
nighttime.
I don't have it. Actually, I'm still waiting on my Outlaw Liberators to show up. Oh, no, they
Just wait till I draw my
I wanted some of the
Avabrock
fancy ones.
Caretaker.
Your store didn't have them.
We definitely didn't. I don't even have them. Yeah, I have basic Outland
Got
Liberators.
6 mana card in my.
I ordered an extra one just in case I ever play more. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this again.
That's right. I like the card a lot. I think it's really cool.
What should I do for my day and night tokens? Actually, the day and night token looks nice.
Yeah.
Should I just get that?
Yes!
Or do you
Go!
want a custom one?
This can't be happening
What
to
card
me
stock do you
again.
use for Costco? Like, she wants to do alters, which doesn't. We don't know like what paint people use, but also like for custom tokens, like what
Get him.
works well.
Get him. Draw a card. It's still not a good one.
Custom.
Oh my.
I mean, you can use anything, really.
Yeah.
Because the token doesn't matter.
Yeah.
For actual alters,
fuck,
people
go,
use
alright.
acetone to remove the art from the cards and then do it over the actual card.
That's what it is. Okay.
Love is over.
Fairy.
Oh my god.
I think by -1/-1 counters.
Whatever that card is, the Celestial.
That's a -1/-1 counter on the Solitude, and it just
that
looks
was-
like it's a +1/+1.
A while ago.
Big
I think.
solitude.
Yeah, a while ago.
I accept no other.
Small Solitude.
Nope.
It's a small Solitude.
It's big.
It's a 2/3. It's a 2/1
Is there
right
a
now.
special action that I can only do at sorcery speed, or can I do it? Oh, okay. Darn.
Sorcery speed during a main phase.
When the stack's empty,
I
and you
saw
have
a
priority.
blue-white control player have Kahira and 3 Solitudes on the board, and I was like, that just doesn't look like a fun time.
Oh, you did?
That doesn't matter.
You're getting 12 life per per comp.
We're not doing this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's
No.
how.
No respect.
That's how gone this game is for me.
Yeah.
That's how punished I am. I'm just sitting here
Probably
like,
'cause it's
doesn't
all
matter.
One spell, maybe two.
Whoa, one a
I
turn.
just feel like all the other
I got some of them.
elementals
I
are
got
like
that Dryad Arbor.
so impressive once
Yeah.
they're in play. And then
It went.
Dryad
Solitude
Arbor's
is
got
just
my
kind of
back.
like
He's
there.
coming in.
Lifelink just
coming in turn
doesn't
after
feel
turn.
like it.
Until
It's
it became
providing
something
much.
better.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't say all the others, but like endurance feels
Wasn't
like
hard to make it
so
something better.
backbreaking in play. Like a 3/4 just like
so
profitably
good.
blocks most things, and it has reach for like some random reason. And like,
It's a giant tree.
yeah, Fury is obviously absurd in
Very
play.
specific.
And like, even I think
Grief is Menace. I mean,
yeah, Menace is pretty good,
and I think it's a 3/2. Like it's pretty big.
and the other one, the blue one, has flying, right? It's
Still
3/3
nighttime,
flyer.
by the way.
I think so.
So like, all of those are like pretty reasonable to play. Like,
we need
you know,
things
Solitude's
like-
obviously a
until-
good card
until it
for
becomes
Splash.
daytime.
There's nothing to
Yeah,
laugh
I need
at,
the
but
full. I need the
it's
full
kind of
immersion.
weak in play comparison to the others.
We just need to cut power to the store.
I think I would
Just
almost rather it be a
blindfold me.
2/3 instead of 3/2.
It won't make a
I
difference.
think that extra
One
toughness
thing,
is important.
legitimately
But yeah, subtlety flies.
And everyone's like, what do we do? And I'm like,
It's like the laziest guy moving for it. Subtlety needs to be better.
What
Yeah.
do we do? You open your eyes. And
Card
then-
release, everyone was like, "Oh, this is good," and then I think everyone just like reread it a second time. It was like, "No, it's
Well, I
not."
think
What do
people
I
just
do
played
with
with
it?
it and it didn't work well.
Does it
Like,
matter
I think
what
it
I do with you?
was
Is that an Archmage
somewhat
charm in
difficult to
your hand?
evaluate. Like,
What
I
are
was
you
never
holding it?
as
It's
high
like-
on it as
it's an
most people,
Archmage
but I got where people are coming from.
You don't.
I will
you
say,
don't
like,
need
I'm
it.
kind of glad it's not good, because that's
Still
the kind
not-
of card that if it was good, I think
it's
would
this,
be like
but I
really
don't know
miserable.
what to do.
Yeah.
I think I just gotta keep getting more stuff.
I know what I have to
I think, you know, one of the big
Rascal.
differences is like
I
the
should
other
know what I'm
cards are
doing with
almost
this before
always
I
good.
put it into play.
Like, that card needs specific time.
That's not how today's
Yeah.
going.
And then you need to have,
That's not.
you need them to be casting a creature that you care about, and you need to have
So I think
another
I just
card.
keep
It's just like
drawing cards.
kind of asking for a lot to be happening.
Like-
Plus,
Like, Solitude is just like, do they have a good card?
Get rid of it.
I'm sorry about that. I'll get
Grief was like, "All right, cool. I'm just gonna take it." It's unmasked.
It's still nighttime. Go.
I do find it funny that everyone like
This is gonna be a dirty one.
misevaluated Fury in the beginning.
I did. I like that card looked insane. I just like
I must have misread it the first time because I looked at it and I was like, "That seems alright." I just didn't think it was like crazy, and then no, card's just insane.
I remember like the worst comment I heard was from a good friend of mine. So it's somebody I have respect for. He was like,
yes.
you know, it's like not better than Pyrokinesis, and that card doesn't see play. And I'm like, one, it's going to be legal in a format that Pyrokinesis isn't legal in, and two, I'm pretty sure this card is better. And I would stand by that.
That's fair. Is it Josh?
I will put Kahir into my hand.
Yes.
I'll pass here.
It is still nighttime.
Solitude is just slowly chipping at Harley.
Show me what you got.
Puffy's Kira and Little Fairy. It's very like Time Rattler's another card that I see a lot of people complain about.
That's because that card is nonsense.
Yeah.
It's, I feel like they could have made it a little bit less powerful and still had it be really good. Like, even if it just stopped you from playing stuff on your opponent's turn, but you could still do stuff at instant speed on your own turn, like,
Yeah.
I still think it
Think
would
about
be about as played as it currently is.
Guess what?
It just has so much going for
Go.
it.
It is daytime.
Oh, Paw.
Like its static abilities, absurd. The uptick is pretty good, and then
I'll turn the insect to your hand.
the minus ability,
Draw a card.
pretty solid. I hate the fact that it bounces Urza Saga.
Swing it wrist.
22.
It's such a small thing, but I hate when they are like, alright, Teferi bouncer Saga, and it's please. I just want to make a construct.
Oh my god, you drew a
Look
spell.
at my amulet.
I'll play Rest in Peace.
That's the way to deal with Undying.
Yeah, Rest in Peace is pretty strong here.
Yeah.
Let's go home.
I'll pass you.
Yeah.
Untap.
There's a lot of drama going on in this game.
Oh, yeah.
They're two of the most dramatic people I know.
Us?
I like Harley slow rolling himself with that draw.
He's hope, okay? He's hope. I don't know what
Vitality.
draw gets him out of this, but he is hope.
Galactic Company. Oh,
What the heck? Oh, what the heck? Oh, come on.
Like, I find it a little weird the deck doesn't play Coco, but I guess it's just not worth it. I don't know. I guess some of your hits are just not things you want to hit.
yeah, I mean, like, the other cards are a little bit more consistent. The deck has card advantage already kind of built in with,
Yeah.
like, the Undying decks. You could still probably get away with playing this.
Do I play the
I
what
mean,
space?
so you have 8 misses with the tutor spells and 4 misses with Yawgmoth, but I mean, it does hit everything else.
I think it's like one.
No, it doesn't.
Is it not 4 left?
It's 3 or less.
No.
I'm calling you out on not knowing a lot of cards today.
Bro, I don't play this game. I can. There are like 5 decks I play or have played.
Drop.
I hope someone from Wizards of the Coast is watching, so they know how terrible this mechanic is.
I'll play another Teferi.
Another time rally.
That's
Crazy. I really thought Coco was 4-less. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
That's so.
that would
good.
be so good.
You're definitely just right.
Did you say
It's still a good card.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Go to my end stuff.
The only time I've ever played Collected Company. Yeah.
Could you imagine if your opponent cast Company and just like 2 Siege Rhinos entered play?
Yes, actually. The only deck I've ever played Company in was Heliod, and nothing was above 3 anyways.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, it makes sense now.
Just wait, I'm about to take my
I mean, I don't know what 4-drops they would want anyways. Like, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
We added Palace Jailer.
-2.
Right? Am I making that up? Nah, that can't be right.
I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no mana cards in.
Yeah, no. No? No.
Putting
No, I don't think there is.
Sometimes with like the Modern Horizons cards and like Time Spiral cards, I just like kind of make things up and I'm just like, yeah, that card's in this format now. I'm pretty sure they added it.
It's okay, I thought Coco could play 4 drops.
I will decline.
You definitively know what's going on more than I do, so.
I will cast my friend. I will cast the queen.
My queen is awesome.
It's okay. The one, Craig, I think it was Craig Howard, brought a Root Walla deck to Modern. And he, like, showed me the deck, too, and he's like, everything's good in here, right? And I was like, oh, it looks good. And, like, the green Root Walla was in there, and I didn't realize. And I was like, wait, no, this is... He came up to me and he's like, you know, that wasn't Modern Legal? And I was like,
another card.
I completely forgot, yeah.
And I get a life.
This seems like a card that could be, like, we got the red one.
I remember a long time ago at like it was just brewing stuff, and like this was like forever ago, like when I was in college, and I was like playing on packages. I was playing Modern, and I was working on a Bridge from Bull, or not Bridge from. Well, yeah, it was Bridge from Bull, but a Dread Return deck.
Mhm.
And that card's super not legal. I was just kicking the crap out of everyone. I was just like, man, nothing could stand up to this. Why are people not doing this? I must have really figured this one out. And then my friend comes up and he's like, that card's not legal. I was like, that makes sense. Yeah. I beat my last 20 opponents, so I get it.
There are so many points, like... so funny.
Oh my goodness.
There's so many points, like, when I was getting into Modern, I was like, this card's insane. It's like, not legal. And I was like, oh no! There was something. Was it Propaganda, maybe? Like, the one where it's like, if they attack, they have to pay 1 for each
Just didn't
creature.
want it to become night.
I saw that, and I was like, why does Blue White Control not play that? And he's like, it's not legal.
I mean, they can play Ghostly Prison, though.
True, yeah.
It's the same thing.
I don't want it to become
They don't play it because it's not good.
Yeah, well, at the time, I didn't know that.
Lights.
And the Blood Artist, it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't actually commented on what's been going on
Alright.
for
No.
like 5 minutes, and I still feel like nothing has changed.
Yeah, there's a fairy, there's a
Like
subtle
zero-
or solitude that's been chipping at him. I think the last thing we commented on was a rest in peace.
So, like, that's one of my concerns.
It sure
with
would.
White deck.
Yeah.
I
Would
just
it
feel like
ever?
nothing happens
Jar Jar?
sometimes. And, like, the game's kind of under control, but, like, not being able to close things out. Like,
No blocks.
The long, drawn-out games can sometimes take away from you. Like, if you don't find a Memory Deluge or
get him
a Hero of Dominaria, like, obviously he does have the
Guess
hero,
what?
but, like,
But here's also 2. Like, that's the issue.
sometimes, you know, your opponent just peels a card advantage spell, and then, like, the game just breaks open again. I really don't like not being able to close things out. Still a very powerful deck, though.
He also could have just been attacking with the
I was surprised.
Hall of the Storm Giants.
But then that leaves you open to stuff.
It does.
Excuse me.
He
I
took
barely
the
put it on the
It's
stack.
just like,
You're jumping
feel
the
the
gun
card.
here. Hold on. Let me.
That's
I'll cast
beautiful.
Vraska.
In response,
I mean,
will tap this
he's
for a
right.
blue,
You
I'll
definitely
Yeah.
want to counter that
blue
spell.
and a blue mana. Then I'll cast my Japanese alternate counter spell.
Okay, I
They like
attacked
mocked it up. That's so funny.
Tap this man land. Got him. Go.
Did he just attack with the other one?
Probably won't tap his man land again.
Actually, no, that attack's pretty bad. Your opponent, like,
Yeah.
just cycles a Shark Typhoon.
Yeah, it's like, here's the Hall. So.
Oh, he's gonna tap his man land now.
I'm gonna tap in.
Oh boy. Alright, you're 28, and I'm at like 4. Something.
1.
7? Oh, I am. Yeah.
Yeah. 7 or 9.
7, 9. No.
Well,
It's a minus counter. Yeah, it's 9. I'm at
Yeah.
2. I'm at 2. I've been saved.
Yeah.
Bottom cancel.
2. He goes to 2. There's multiple
my
Twitch
end
commands about how I can't spell math. Do math.
It's cool. Math's hard too.
It's hard.
I mean, it's pretty important when you're playing Magic the Gathering to know how to do math, but it's difficult.
That's why I like Titan. I put a 6/6 on the board. They can see.
My wife laughs at me because I like kind of talk to myself when I play Moto a lot. And like yesterday I was cubing, I was just like, I can't do math. She's just like, she's a math teacher, so she's just like, you should be able to do math. I should be married to somebody. Yeah.
Good games. Oh,
That's a lethal attack. Alright, Dream's gonna take it 2-0 with the blue white control over green-black Yawgmoth. Thanks for watching, folks. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff, and let us know if you play full text basics in a deck that isn't blue white control. Thank you.